Just ahead, an explosion in a coal mine in Nova Scotia has rescuers digging for survivors. 17-year-old mother is charged in the beating death of her 5-month-old baby.
Plus, as Mike Lang would say, if you missed tonight's Pens game, shame on you for 6 weeks. Hi, everybody. I'm Brenda Waters. They made me say that.
And I'm Paul Martino. Eyewitness News tonight is next.
Taking some work home with you?
You know, I'm in the paper business.
Newspaper?
Toilet paper. I make White Cloud. Oh, sorry. Don't be.
Hey, your White Cloud's really soft.
Oh, well, not to brag, but White Cloud is softer and thicker than even the leading bathroom tissue.
I've been looking for bathroom tissue this soft and thick.
Funny how things just kind of fall in your lap.
And with new White Cloud Jumbo Rolls, you get 50% more sheets, so you don't have to change the roll as often. White Cloud. Only clouds make it softer and thicker.
Attention shoppers, we have discovered smart buys at Giant Eagle, and you'll find the savings are out of this world. Like a family pack of fresh, lean ground beef for just 99 cents a pound, save 40 cents a pound. Or Maxwell House ADC, Perk, or French roast coffee. A 39-ounce can is only $3.59, save $2.40. And save 70 cents a pound on California strawberries, just 49 cents a pound. Smart buys at Giant Eagle, savings of a higher intelligence.
You're watching KDKA TV2. Now, live from Gateway Center, this is Eyewitness News Tonight.
Good evening. It was Game 4 of the best-of-7 series in the Patrick Division Finals at the Civic Arena tonight.
Prior to tonight's game, the Pens held a press conference calling for the NHL to crack down on the kind of play that put center Mario Lemieux out of the lineup. But the Pens tied the series at 2 without Lemieux on the ice. And a game seen right here on Channel 2. The Pens came from behind to tie the game, then went on to win it in overtime. The series now shifts back to New York and Madison Square Garden. Bob Pompiani will be along a little later with highlights as well as post-game from the Civic Arena. But first, a burned meal may have led to the beating death of a 5-month-old baby. Police say the infant's 17-year-old mother was angry because the child interrupted her while she fried chicken. LaVon Riley told investigators she beat her baby because she was angry. 5-month-old Damon died Thursday at Children's Hospital from injuries caused by blunt force trauma. The mother was charged yesterday with criminal homicide. She's being held without bond at a juvenile detention center. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for Friday. The National Steel Building will open for business Monday, even though full power won't be restored until Thursday. A lightning strike and fire did limited damage to the 13th floor. The lightning bolt damaged 3 transformers, which left the building with no electricity. 50 people were evacuated during the fire. 1 firefighter was treated for an irregular heartbeat. A National Steel spokesperson says a limited workforce of special service employees will report for work on Monday.
A college professor has been disciplined for sexist and racist remarks. Edward Brown, a department chairman at California University of Pennsylvania, was reprimanded for supposedly making sexist comments about sorority sisters and racist remarks about white students in his class. The school received complaints about Brown after 22 of 37 students failed one of his courses. The president of the school refused to reveal specifics about the reprimand, citing confidentiality. Brown declined comment, and he remains in the classroom. Richard Trumka, president of the United Mine Workers Union, will seek a third 5-year term. Trumka told supporters in Pittsburgh today that the coming year is critical for mine workers as coal company contracts are due to expire. He also used the platform to repeat his endorsement for Democratic presidential candidate Bill Clinton, saying that President Bush is not the working man's candidate. Trumka is being challenged for the UMW's top spot by former UMW officer Carl Cafton. The election is slated for November. An explosion in a coal mine in Nova Scotia earlier today trapped 26 workers underground. Attempts were made to pump oxygen into the mine located about 75 miles north of Halifax. It's believed the miners are trapped about a half a mile from the surface. Rescue teams continue efforts to reach the workers. They need at least another 8 hours to reach the trapped men. Family members have gathered to await news. A buildup of methane gas is being investigated as a possible cause for that explosion.
U.S. Air has agreed to settle a discrimination suit by paying out $1.8 million. The suit was filed by minority applicants for pilot and flight attendant positions between 1984 and 1988. Now, that suit was one of the liabilities U.S. Air acquired when it bought Piedmont in 1987. 42 pilot and 92 flight attendant applicants will split the settlement. The airline also faces another suit alleging it discriminated against flight attendants on the basis of weight, and that suit was also filed against Piedmont. A federal judge has dismissed a damage suit against the city of Philadelphia. The suit was filed by residents who lost their homes in the 1985 Move fire. In the ruling, the judge said the victims failed to show that their civil rights had been violated by the city. 11 Move members died in that fire. 61 homes were destroyed.
In Vitoria, Spain, 17 people are dead and another 31 injured following a bus accident. The bus was carrying tourists from Lisbon to Paris and the newly opened Euro Disney theme park. The bus plowed through a safety barrier and crashed into a ravine. According to one survivor, the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. It was his commitment to peace that kept Mikhail Gorbachev from cracking down on opponents before last year's attempted coup. Gorbachev's comments came as he was addressing the students and faculty of Stanford University in Palo Alto, California. The former Soviet leader said he was urged to use his emergency powers but refused. He said doing so would have been, quote, violence against his people, end of quote. Well, you know, the calendar said it was spring, but we didn't believe you until your forecast today.
Well, the calendar occasionally lies. And occasionally the forecast does too. But anyway, I think we're going to get them both together for tomorrow and have one whale of a Mother's Day. I'll be back with the lucky, lovely details right after this.
With our new Celebration Sampler, you get a dozen ways to celebrate.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chi-Chi's Celebration Sampler comes with a chimichanga, taco, enchilada, plus 7-piece dessert plate. At $7.99, it's worth celebrating.
Chi-Chi's celebration of food.
Everybody's joining, everybody's playing, everybody's winning every Thursday night. Everybody's matching, everybody's cashing, everybody's laughing every Thursday night. Introducing Cash 5, the all-new Big Easy Cash game from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Match 2, 3, 4, or 5 or 39 and win up to $250,000 in cash every Thursday night. Cash 5, it's the big cash easy.
AT&T Reach Out America customers will soon hear 40% more laughter. Their memories will be 40% brighter. And their smiles will be 40% warmer. Because calls made from 5 to 10 p.m. on your June bill will be 40% less than AT&T standard rates for customers with an evening discount. 40% off on calls to everyone. And 40% less means 40% more to share.
Tonight's weather report is brought to you by Giant Eagle. A lot you can feel good about, especially the price.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but this year I got the best crop ever. Well, I got watermelons bigger than my house. My onions are so good, if you peeled one, people'd be crying for 3 counties. Well, sir, I got corn so sweet, got bees flying in from Idaho just to smell it. John? How's your crop?
I sold the whole thing to Giant Eagle.
Oh, show off.
For the finest produce, come to Giant Eagle, where there's a lot you can feel good about.
Well, early May has thrown us a curve, but now that Brenda has done her imitation of Mike Lang and Mother's Day is just around the corner, blue skies have got to be on tap. And indeed they are. 51 right now, mostly cloudy at the moment, but that will be breaking up. In fact, is rapidly, and we'll see that on the satellite shot in just a moment. 55 the high, 15 below the normal high. That low of 45 is right about where we should be. Winds right now coming out of the west at 6 miles an hour. They'll be dropping off to nothing, so look for fog when you get out tomorrow morning and do something decent for Mom. Humidity 88%, pressure 30.5 and rising in the PSI all around Allegheny County as it has been all day in the good range. And around the region, the temperatures, we'll get to that in a moment. It's a nice map, too. You'll be anxious to see it. Temperatures in the mid-40s to low 50s. As you can see, the mountain valleys in the 40s. The rest of us looking pretty much alike, aren't we? 50 and 51 degrees, respectively. It's kind of similar out there right now as we have a few breaks in the clouds, mostly cloudy skies overhead. But as you can see, the storm center, the area of low pressure that caused all of our problems today and dumped all of the snow down in the Carolinas and Virginia, it's all beginning now to move off the east coast. And as it travels east, high pressure will build in behind it. And boy, the temperatures associated with this system, this fair weather system, are really high. Today in Bismarck, North Dakota, 90 degrees. Fargo, North Dakota, 91 degrees. And similar readings all through portions of South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. So warmer air is pushing this way, and it'll be into KD country, 80s at least, by Tuesday, close to 80 by Monday. Tomorrow, well, most of us are going to see the 70s. There will still be high 60s lingering in parts of KD country north and east of the city, but look for 72 or 3 here in Pittsburgh, and look at these 80s all the way up into Minnesota, pushing this way. Here's when they'll get here. Not tonight, as you might expect. Our low will be 46 degrees. Rain ending late. We've still got a few light showers north of the city. For the most part, they're very light and will be ending shortly, but then look for fog and some scattered drizzle overnight with a low of 46. Tomorrow, though, it all burns off and turns partly sunny and warmer. That's 72, right about where we should be this time of year, and it just gets better. Here's that long-range forecast. Monday, 78, sunny skies. Tuesday, chance of a scattered thunderstorm as a system out west rolls through. 80 degrees for a high, and then things clear out for Wednesday and Thursday as we climb into the mid-80s. Now, that's getting up close to 15 degrees above normal, as opposed to below where we were today. So we're kind of making up now for what we just went through.
Okay, and since you're both fathers, I guess you'll be getting up early tomorrow morning to make breakfast for your wives, right?
Exactly. Cooking breakfast and taking her out. What else do we do on Mother's Day?
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
Presents. You have presents.
We got presents and we got cards. I think I've got everything.
Okay.
Flowers, I got those today, too.
Okay, then I'll go on with this. All right, okay. The Zone Corporation of Braddock held a career seminar today. The one-day program called Careers Now is designed to help residents there find jobs. The program provided each person with job leads, phone numbers, and a plan of action so the unemployed can find work. More than 100 people turned out for today's seminar.
Brings us to Bob Pompiani in sports. They're still banging the desk back there and cheering in the newsroom.
Oh, yeah. Big one for them.
Now, if we had Lemieux in the lineup, we wouldn't have gone to overtime. Is that what you
Probably done away with the Rangers long before that. But because they didn't have Lemieux in the lineup, you've got to really credit the Penguins with a supreme effort tonight. Just when it seemed like the game was over in favor of the Rangers. Coming up, we've got the reaction from the Civic Arena. That story and another Zane Smith masterpiece right after we do this business with you.
Tonight's KDKA TV Sports Report is brought to you by your local Chevrolet Geo dealer, where Western Pennsylvania goes for value.
Attention Western Pennsylvania car buyer. Introducing the Lumina Plan, a special plan that allows you to drive more car than you ever thought possible for $239 a month. Chevy Lumina, $239 for just 48 months, which means you can drive a new Chevy every 4 years. Only this authorized Chevrolet plan has $239 with no down payment on a loaded 92 Chevy Lumina with V6, automatic, air, stereo, cruise, tilt, and more. There's not just one or two. We ordered in quantity to meet demand. The Lumina Plan. Lumina, $239 a month, 48 months at your local Chevrolet Geo dealer. It's where everyone's going for the lowest payments.
I just can't keep a lid on it. Now it's easy to eat smart with portable new Light and Lively snack-size cottage cheese. It goes great with my favorite greens, or when I'm on a roll. And at tea time, I like the fruit flavors. It's so creamy and delicious, it even goes great by itself.
Enjoy the good protein snack, light and lively cottage cheese. Eat smart and look it.
It's perfect for golf. It's great on the front nine. It's great on the back nine.
This is the only way to wear a visor.
You'll be looking good on Visor Day, Sunday, May 10th at 1:35 against the Astros. The first 25,000 fans get a Berg Ball visor courtesy of Jolly Rancher. Call for tickets or visit the stadium box office 9 to 6.
Of all the ways you can furnish your home, one of the most beautiful ways is with Anderson feature windows and patio doors. Elegant designs bring the warmth of tradition, the comfort of nature. Ordinary furnishings create a look. Anderson windows create an experience.
Soonersville Lumber West, All Brothers Lumber, Denora Lumber Company, and O.C. Kluss Lumber.
They disappeared without a trace. Now he's in jail for their murder. Is it justice? Watch Inside Edition.
Monday at 11:30 after Eyewitness News.
Yeah, the Penguins might be without their best player, but they are certainly not without their pride. Tonight, just when many people were about to write them off again, they dug down deep and came up with something extra, which produced overtime and a much-needed win against the shell-shocked New York Rangers at the Civic Arena. And here we go. Rangers got the first goal. It was former Penguin Randy Gillen who got it. He moves in unimpeded and slides it by Tom Barrasso on the backhand, 1-0. It became a 2-0 game when Mike Gartner spots Tony Amante, the rookie, on a breakaway, and he gives Barrasso a lesson here. Up high, it's a 2-0 game. Big goal for the Penguins 24 seconds later, and it came from Mike Needham, who was just recalled. He gets his own rebound in the slot coming up. His first NHL goal, and what a time for that. It was 2-1 New York after one. Second period, two-man advantage for the Rangers, and they cash in. Mark Messier back from a back injury from Leach and Gartner. He's going to get the rebound and put it by Barrasso right here, make it a 3-1 game. But with only 4 seconds left in the second period, another biggie for the Pens on the power play. Stevens gets it to Ron Francis on the doorstep, 3-2 after two. But 46 seconds into the third, Messier gets his second of the game. It's 4-2, and it looked bleak. It looked even bleaker after a great save here by Mike Richter on Troy Loney. Somehow got over there to make that save, but Ron Francis from a different country drills it and scores. Surprise there, 4-3, Penguins had life. And then Jaromir Jagr had a great third period. Great work ethic here, feeds Loney. He gets the equalizer. It's 4-4. We head into overtime. And then the dramatic goal in OT, and Mark Messier coughs it up. Larry Murphy to Francis, who gets the deflection, the hat trick, and the game winner. That final tonight was 5-4, and the Penguins do have life. So it's heading back to New York, where the Penguins have reduced this to a best-of-3 beginning on Monday night. For more on tonight's game and what lies ahead, let's take you live once again to the Igloo and John Steigerwald. John, what a game.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Before we get to anything else, Bob Airy has a separated shoulder. He got that late in the third period, and he's going to be out for who knows how long. So the Penguins are down one more very important guy who's been very important as far as a guy who keeps up the intensity and throws his body around and shows his teammates that it's not over. Remember what he did in the Washington series. Anyway, this team, everybody was down on this team back when it was down 3-1 to the Capitals, and they're probably down a little bit tonight when they were down 4-2. But this team redeemed itself by beating the Capitals, and whatever happens from this point on, nobody can say anything about the character of this hockey team. Just an unbelievable effort tonight. And who's the guy to go to after a win? Same guy you go to after a loss, Kevin Stevens.
Oh, this team's unbelievable. You never know. They never quit, and I bet you people count us out again when they get to 5 minutes. They're up 4-2 with 14 minutes left in the game, and we had some good bids, killing it. The guys did a great job, and just scoring and making 4-3. Ronnie put a great shot in, and Troy come back and battled back and got one. It was just a great win. And this team. That's a team here. It's unbelievable. It never seemed to surprise me, but I don't know how much more I can take of it.
Well, I don't think any individual or 2 or 3 guys are going to replace Mario Lemieux or Joe Mullen, and it takes 20 guys working hard, and that's the kind of effort we got tonight, and that's what it's going to take to be successful.
They were successful tonight. They will practice here tomorrow, go to New York on Monday, actually stay in Newark, and take another little trip into Madison Square Garden for Monday night, see what happens. It's going to be interesting, and they needed this win tonight, Bob, obviously for mathematical reasons, because they would have been down 3-1, but they also needed to find out that they could beat the Rangers without Mario Lemieux. They came close the night before last with the overtime loss. They came close in the Garden after losing Lemieux in the first 5 minutes of the game. They were right in the game, or actually leading in the game until about 7 minutes to go. So they should be pretty well aware of the fact that they can play with this team without Mario Lemieux and beat them. Whether they can beat them 2 more, we'll see. Should be interesting.
And you talk about contributions. Needham tonight and Callender, he had 2 assists in the last 2 games after being recalled. Those are great contributions from guys you never would expect to be around here, I guess, huh?
Right, and Needham, I talked to him, and he said he's got the puck, and it's going on his mantle. He says, I'm going to gloat for a while. I guess you can give that to him. Kid comes up and gets a goal like that in a big game like this.
All right, John, thanks very much. We'll check in with you over the weekend and on Monday.
All right.
All right, in the Adams division, the Bruins completed the first sweep of the Montreal Canadiens in a 7-game series since way back in 1952. Goals were at a premium tonight. Boston got all they needed right here. Adam Oates sets up Dave Poulin, number 19, gets the rebound and score. It's a 1-0 game, and that was it. They counted down. Boston sweeps Montreal in 4, and they are heading back to the Wales Conference Finals as Adams Division champions. That final again, 2-0. The Pirate pitching staff, which had the best ERA in the league coming into play tonight, got a lot better against the Astros after Zane Smith got done with them tonight. Scoreless until Barry Bonds stepped up to the plate in the 4th inning. He goes to right field off Kyle. Gets all of it. Home run number 9, RBI number 23, and a 1-0 Pirate lead. Smith was at his best, which means lots of ground balls, lots of good defense by him, too, at the mound. Here's a 1-6-3 double play to end inning number 4. Bucks then added to their lead. In the 7th, Jeff King bloops this one to left field. Gary Varsho will come home. Gary Varsho had tripled. It made it 2-0. And then King, the infielder du jour, was sensational at 3rd tonight, spelling Bouchel. Look at this diving play to Rob, the speedy Craig Biggio right here to end the 8th. Then in the 9th, duplicate that. Another diving play. This one leads to a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. Pirates win again. They're now 21-8. 3-0 win tonight. Zane Smith is now 5-1. And in Shea Stadium today, Bobby Bonilla might not be hitting those home runs that Met fans want, but he is playing sensational defensively. Look at this play right here to rob the Dodgers. And Bonilla has made several of them so far this year and has really worked well in the outfield. 2-2 now, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. This would have ended the 9th inning and forced extra innings, but Lenny Harris can't get it out of his glove. And the Mets have life. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. The inning is extended, and Dave Magadan made sure the game was over because with one swing of the bat, he hits Roger McDowell deep. It's a 3-run game-winning home run. The Mets keep pace with the Pirates. They beat L.A. today, that final 5-2. Montreal beat San Francisco 9-3. Chicago 3-1 over the Reds. San Diego 5-1 over Philadelphia tonight. Atlanta had a huge 11-3 lead, but that has gone by the boards. It's 11-11 now as St. Louis bats in the 8th. Baltimore 5, Chicago 2. Minnesota 10-5 over Cleveland. Boston shuts out KC 5-zip. Oakland 5-3 over New York. And Texas at this hour leading Milwaukee. Well, they tie that game now. It's 4-4 in the 7th. In the NBA, the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks played another physical game today, which featured a lot of dunking. And when that happens, you can be sure Michael Jordan is somewhere around the basket. Knicks went on an 8-0 spurt to take the lead here. And Gerald Wilkins down the lane says, get out of my way. It's 51-50. Knicks had the lead. But Michael J. then took matters into his own hands. Nice feed here inside. And he puts those 2 down authoritatively at 32 points today. And watch his reaction. You think he's not into this? Gets the loose ball, goes in. McDaniel tries to decapitate him, and Jordan says, take that. You're not going to get it on me. 94-86 Chicago now leads that series 2-1. Phoenix over Portland today, 124-117. They cut their lead to 2-1. And in that one, Portland trailed big early when Clyde the Glide goes inside. And when he scores, the Trailblazers had the lead. They battled back. But KJ to Dan Marley was a big combination. Kevin Johnson, nice feed. Marley converts. Phoenix back on top. And then Jeff Hornacek puts it away as he nails the 3-point play. And Phoenix stays alive there. They're down 2-1 following a 7-point win. And in the Atlanta Golf Classic today, an amateur has the lead. David Duval out of Georgia Tech University, right down the streets, chips in here on number 9 to take sole ownership of the lead. And you can be sure he has everyone rooting for him down there. Big underdog here. Then Duval, another long distance here on number 12. Same result. And the amateur has a 2-shot lead tonight. But the shot of the day goes to Billy Mayfair. 200-yard par 3, uphill, blind shot. And he never saw this. But he'll have to look on videotape because it goes in for the hole-in-one. He celebrates after hearing about it. But the shot of the day goes to Mayfair. Duval has the lead. At Indianapolis, it was pole day today, and right now it's not Unser, Andretti, Mears, or Fittipaldi with the pole. It's this man, Roberto Guerrero, driving a Buick V6. He turned in 4 laps, averaging a record 232 miles an hour. The old record was 225 miles an hour. He's joined on the front row by Mario Andretti and Ari Leyendyk, who is driving for Chip Ganassi. Rain delayed today's session for almost 5 hours, so Guerrero will have to wait until tomorrow to see if his time stands up. And we'll have more on the Penguins and the Pirates coming up. The Penguins, unbelievable. I mean, just when it looked like it was over, 4-2, they had a 5-minute disadvantage, their penalty for the Rangers. They killed that off, come right back and win. You just
well, the best revenge against
Tremendous.
the Rangers is to beat them.
Yeah, that has more impact than hitting them over the head with a club, believe me.
That's right. Thank you,
But
Bob.
remember losses.
And if you like to fish but don't have a license, we got a deal for you. Pennsylvanians may fish for free the weekend of June 6th and 7th. No license is necessary. The State Fish Commission hopes the deal will attract new anglers to the sport.
See you there.
Okay.
Still more to come on Eyewitness News tonight.
We'll recap our top stories and spend a night at the Opera.
One of the true signs of a real man is getting the proper response. Pep! From my best friend, perfect obedience. For my beautiful lawn, the total reliability of my trustworthy snapper. And with the fairer sex. Carol, darling, do you suppose we... Nah, didn't think so. Snapper, anything less just won't cut it. See the professional snapper dealer near you.
It's time again for KDKA Radio's Home Beautiful Contest. Win one of 5 great prize packages, including furniture and lighting fixtures, new windows and carpet cleaning, a new front door, a lawnmower, golf clubs to take on a relaxing vacation, a new deck, and a nice-looking lawn. Over $23,000 in prizes in all. The Home Beautiful Contest. Tune in to KDKA Radio 1020 for details.
It's been said Toyota Camry is a good buy. Maybe so. But when you compare it to Pontiac Grand Am, maybe not. Anti-lock brakes are standard on Grand Am, a $1,245 option on the Camry Deluxe. But Grand Am's real advantage is its lower sticker price, over $2,300 lower. No wonder Grand Am was voted a best buy by Consumers Digest. And now's the best time to buy with Grand Am's 2.9 APR GMAC financing. See your Greater Pittsburgh Pontiac dealers today.
Saturday, June 6th. Test your corporate stamina by running the Pittsburgh Corporate Challenge. Proceeds benefit the Free Care Fund. Call 263-10KM.
In case you just joined us, here's a recap of our top story tonight.
Okay, the Pens came from behind to win tonight at the Civic Arena, 5-4. The winning goal was scored in overtime by Ron Francis, who had a hat trick for the night. The best of 7 series now shifts back to Madison Square Garden, with the series tied at 2. 3 harness drivers were hurt at the Meadows racetrack tonight. It happened during the 7th race in the stretch when a horse named Citadel made a break and fell. A chain reaction happened next. 5 horses fell, and 3 drivers were taken to Cannonsburg Hospital. Their condition is not known. Racing was suspended for 20 minutes.
He was up on his knees.
Nasty.
Wow. That's nasty. And we liked it so much, we want to hear it again.
Let's do. It is a fabulous Mother's Day forecast. I couldn't be happier or prouder, and here it is. Wow. Oh, boy, that shook me up, those horses. Anyway, 72 degrees tomorrow. Gorgeous day, partly sunny skies. A little fog early in the morning, but that'll burn off, and then the rest of the week just gets better. Mid-80s sound nice to you, Brenda?
Sounds good to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, John. Who was that masked man might have been overheard several times at the Benedum Center tonight. The Pittsburgh Opera's rendition of A Masked Ball by the Italian composer Verdi was performed at the Benedum tonight. Listen. If you missed tonight's performance, no problem. A masked ball will be on stage this coming Tuesday, Friday, and again next Sunday. Obviously, the cultural portion of our newscast. That is it for this edition of Eyewitness News tonight.
Our next news is tomorrow evening at 6:30.
For all of us here at Eyewitness News, have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
A century and a half of academic excellence, values, spiritual development, commitment to service. Celebrating this great American education success story are the 38,000 students and 2,300 teachers in 131 Catholic schools in 6 western Pennsylvania counties. Pittsburgh's Catholic schools, because great beginnings last a lifetime.
If you're using a credit card to get a cash advance, you're probably getting soaked. Because ordinary cards charge you interest. Right from day one, which is why you should use the Discover card. Just pay your full monthly balance and a small transaction fee, and we'll give you cash, interest-free. So you can avoid taking a bath. It pays to Discover.
And now the news from the 18th century. In colonial...